Hi, my name's Ashley Hoffman and I'm an attorney. When I tell other people that I'm an attorney, I often get asked, what type of law do you practice? I'm a civil litigator. That means I do civil litigation. The inevitable question then becomes, what is civil litigation? And essentially, civil litigation is when you have one party, and that can be a person, a company, or other entity, who has a problem with another person, company, or entity. And it doesn't have to just be between two people. It can be between multiple parties. And this dispute doesn't get resolved and it won't be resolved outside of the legal process. Civil litigation is pretty broad, actually. So we are doing things other than criminal law. We're not prosecutors. We don't prosecute crimes, although there can be some overlap between some criminal prosecutions, so criminal claims, fraud, theft, and some civil claims where there's civil fraud or civil theft. The type of law that I focus on is narrower than that. I don't, for example, do personal injury law, so slip and fall cases or car accident cases. Instead, our practice focuses on breaches of contract generally, and those can be written or oral contracts. Colorado law holds both written and oral contracts to the same standard. The issue with an oral contract, obviously, is just it's harder to prove the terms of the contract. We also do real estate, and that can be anything from real estate transactions, so buying and selling property, to issues that come after those transactions, when something awful is discovered in the house, or if there's trespass on land or property. We also do tort claims. And tort claims is just a fancy way of saying someone hurt someone else. And that can, again, be a company or a person. And the tort claims that you might be familiar with are things like libel and slander, which we lump together and call defamation, negligence, fraud, things along those lines. The other aspect of civil litigation that I do is appellate work, so appeals. And appeals are really when you go through an entire trial or you're in part of the process and a decision comes down that you or the other side is unhappy with. And then they notice an appeal and go to the Court of Appeals. Appeals are different because there's no new trial, there's no new evidence, and there's no new arguments made in an appeal. It's just limited to what was in front of the trial court at the time. So it's a specialized area of law. So that's civil litigation in a nutshell. I would say that it's, the simple answer, it's when people have a problem with one another and they need outside help, an attorney's help, to get that resolved.